I'm Jordan Cunny, and I'm off court, off field with Travis James. Travis, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, doing good.
That's good. Besides sports, what's something that really grabs your attention?
Music, yo. Music really is really my thing. Like when I have nothing to do, I just sit and I listen to music. It really it sticks to me.
Now, what kind of music are you listening to?
A little bit of like hip hop now, but like a little bit of R&B from back then. Living with my grandfather, he plays it a lot.
Yes, okay.
It's
so
really
you got a little old soul going on there. You got a favorite R&B song, old school?
I would say CeeLo Green. What is it? Forget You, CeeLo Green. That's my that's my.
Why that? Is it the beat or is it the hook?
It's just like what he's saying is so like it caught me, and it's like I agree with it. So it's just like, yo, he really speaking facts.
Nah, yeah, that's facts, and I understand what you were saying. Like the girl's gonna come regardless, so like you can't let them take your game now. You gotta stay focused, cause you know what I'm saying. When you up and you doing what you gotta do, they still gonna be there. Versus now, you let them distract you and you fall off. They not around, so you just gotta stay on top of your goals. Definitely. Why do you think you like music so much?
I had a lot of like dark times, and music has always been there. Like every time something would happen and I couldn't like nothing, music came and saved the day.
Wow. Okay. Now, dark times, you mean like mentally or like what was going on?
I would say mentally and physically, because being a student athlete, it's a lot of things that people don't understand with it.
Okay.
And like it can really, if you're not in the right spot and don't have the right people around, It can really get to you.
What was one thing that really put you in that dark place? With sports, could be mentally, physically.
I would say like real talk. 1/1/21, I lost my mom.
Oh wow!
And I was still balancing like back and forth in between school and track and sports, and then providing for my family. So like when I was by myself and I had the time to think, I had to turn, like music was.
Yes. Now, besides the music, what was one thing pushing you through that? Because I know that can be tough for a young man.
Just looking at the fact that I know like I have 3 younger siblings that look up to me for real.
Okay.
And I got to be the role model for them.
Yes. What New Haven school do you play for?
Every sport I play for Hillhouse.
Hillhouse? Okay. Now, is that the school you attend?
No.
No? What high school do you attend?
I attend Co-op downtown.
Okay, so why'd you choose to go to Co-op?
Everybody always told me I was funny. So it's a school where you can like really be yourself, and I'm really in contact with like my intrusive side and stuff like that. So I really went there so I could be myself, and I got introduced into theater.
Yeah. So I never understood like actors, they're able to like to memorize like a whole movie script. Like how do you guys do that?
So with actors, I think they just take it like a roll at a time. That's how I do it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I could not do it at first. So you take it chunk at a time, and then once you really get it, you move on from there, and it sticks to your mind for a while. Because I can still like recite some scripts from freshman year.
Okay. Is there like a certain tips that help you remember how to memorize, or is it just something you go at it?
I would say have people that are really good at like what they do, and always have people to practice with. Because practicing all the time helps you really get it down.
Yeah. Okay. Now, why play sports for Hillhouse and not another school?
Because my family always been bleed blue all the way, and I never thought about no other schools. Really been Hillhouse from like 6th grade.
Okay. Now, is that something they put in your head, or is it something that you just grew up around?
Nah, I've really been obsessed with Hillhouse. I'm not gonna lie, since middle school.
Okay. Now, what was like the main sport in your family everyone was doing?
I would say definitely football. Football and basketball with all girls. They all play basketball.
Okay.
But then I had my cousin Gully. He played football, and it just since I was 4, football just been in my mind.
Definitely. Okay. Now, what caused you to gravitate towards track?
So the story is I never knew what track was till like 2 years ago. One of my teammates from football, Ralph, he told me like I should come out, I should try it. It'd be really good for me. And I came out, and it stuck to me. Like I had something with it. I wouldn't say I was good, but like I had something to work off of. And the coaches there, they really Like, they make sure they provide the fact that you can actually do something and let you know, like, yo, stick with your craft, practice, and you can get where you need to be.
Definitely. Now, have you always been fast?
I don't want to be. I wouldn't say I've always been fast, but I've always been at the right speed.
Okay, definitely. Now, what's one thing you love about playing for Hillhouse?
It's a family, definitely. You always got coaches or like parents, teammates are just like brothers and sisters, and it's just like we all feel like we're all one.
Okay. Now, who was the first coach that made you feel like, wow, I got a family here?
Definitely Coach Lytell. He came out to me when I was in 8th grade, and after I finished middle school, he came up to me. He was like, house is the place for you to be. I came out, watched a couple practices, and he took me under his wing.
Definitely.
And I really felt welcome.
Yes. Now, what kind of man is Coach Lytell?
Great man, definitely. He put me on to a lot of things, make sure I was always in the right spot, all of us, everybody that was there, make sure we was all good, all the way down to like haircuts and stuff like that.
Wow.
Always made sure we was good.
Oh, wow.
And he really like a second father.
Definitely, wow. It's always nice to have like a second father figure in your life, someone to keep you on track and make sure you're staying on top of your goals. And I'm pretty sure with Coach Lytell, he always did things like that with you.
Definitely.
Now, which one do you like more, track or the football?
I would say I like track, but football, it got my heart, yo, like since I was 4.
So which one are you taking? Are you taking track over football or football over track?
So I came to when I had my time to think, I'm taking track all the way.
Okay, all right. Now, why track? What makes it so special?
I would say with track, it's like you got to do what you got to do. Like with football, it's 11 men. Like everybody got to do their part.
Okay, yeah.
But track, you got to like do what you got to do to get where you need to be. You can't blame nobody else.
Now, who's your go-to artist right before a track meet?
Go-to artist, I would say G Herbo, Lil Wayne.
Okay, I can go with the G Herbo. You got a favorite song by G Herbo?
2 Chainz. 2 Chainz.
Yeah,
right.
I got 2 Chainz. Yeah, right. So when did you start liking Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne, I don't know when I heard it, but I heard 6'7" on some.
Oh, yeah.
And the song was long, but everything, like every verse was hard. Like, for real. I was like, yo, this dude got it.
Now, what was it like to run track during the COVID period? Because you guys had to wear masks while you were running, correct?
Definitely.
Wow. So what was that like?
I low-key thought it was a little bit crazy at first. 'Cause I'm like, yo, how are we supposed to run with mask on and we can't breathe?
Yeah.
But I guess the rule was like we just had to have the mask on. It didn't have to be over your nose or mouth, but you had to have it on to be on the track.
Yeah. Did that affect you anyway?
Nah, I did. Once it was like I was running, it wasn't really on my mind.
Okay.
Like I forgot I had the mask on half the time.
Now, did it affect any other players in a way? Like, did it slow anybody down? Because I'm pretty sure somebody running track got asthma or something. That seems kind of outrageous to be doing, running with a mask.
I don't really know actually. Like when I first started, it was really just me and Ralph.
Okay.
I didn't really know anybody, so I don't know if that's.
So did you ever hear anybody complaining about the face mask?
Oh, definitely. From a lot of other teams at the indoor meets, they were a little bit like, yo, why we gotta have the mask on? This, that, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
But that's all I would hear.
And what were you guys being told when you were like, yo, why we gotta wear a face mask?
I wasn't really told anything. I just know we had to have the mask
you
on.
Did what you had to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You once said lessons can be learned and taught, right?
Yes.
So, what does that mean?
When you learn something, you can teach it to somebody else, but you also got to learn it first before you try to teach it to someone else. Because you can't teach somebody something you didn't learn. Okay. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. Now, do you ever find yourself doing something like that, trying to tell somebody something where you're not really even too sure about it?
I've done it before, but I've stopped myself because I'm like, yo, I haven't even.
Okay.
But I say it flipped now. Like a lot of things I like try to coach people up on, there are mistakes I've made, and I wouldn't want them to make the same mistakes, so I would let them know, like, yo, that ain't gonna end right.
Now, is there a lesson you recall that stuck with you?
I would say my lesson that I mostly that stuck with me was, you gotta have like a great mindset. Cause at States last year, there was a bad relay exchange, and yo, it totally like shut my mind down. I was like, yo, I messed up. Yeah. I gotta go. Like my team don't even want I'm going, and it's just like the lesson that I learned from that is stuck with me forever. Because every time something like that comes up, I'm just like, don't do it again. Like you know what the consequence is now.
What do you mean a bad relay exchange? What's that?
So I was running third leg that meet, and one of my teammates was running second. and it went bad, like bad handoff. I had to stop at the end of the zone. And we came in the bad. We came in like sixth
place.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what did that teach you exactly?
It taught me like we got to like as a team we got to talk it out. We can't try to blame it on one because as at the end of the day, it relays 4 people. And it like comes down to all of us. So like we got to be able to talk it out and not blame each other and try to point fingers because it's not going to end right.
All right. Now, what did coach say to you guys about that?
Basically like the same thing. Like, yo, this is not the time to be trying to point fingers. We still got a championship to win. After like at the end of this, we still got to like just talk it out. Like, just don't point fingers because that can end really bad.
100%, I agree. Was there a time in your life where you just wanted to quit and do nothing at all?
After losing my mom, yo, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know what my next step was.
Yes.
I didn't know what to do. Like, sitting around, I'm like, yo, do I even still need to do this? Like, there's no reason for it. Like, could it like the whole year, I just had people trying to uplift me. I'm sitting around telling myself the opposite. Like, yo, I don't even need to do nothing. Like, I could just chill out. But that was the year of 21 was my hardest time.
How many younger siblings do you have?
I have 1, but there are 2 other ones that live with me. So they're like,
I get you. Same thing with me. Now, how did you help them get through that hard time as well? It couldn't have been easy.
Just letting them know that she's watching over you. Like, she's your angel now. She's guarding over you, making sure you're doing the right thing. But just because she's not here, that doesn't mean do the wrong thing. Because she's still watching.
100%. Yeah, that's definitely keep them on the right track. Because when they get older, it's something they're gonna remember forever, and they're gonna forever love you for that, forever embrace you for that. So you know what I'm saying? Keep being a big brother to them. That's what a lot of the younger siblings need. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they're young right now, so they could feel me. They might want to crash out and you feel me, do whatever they want because the situation. But you know, keep them on the right track, keep them going. All right, this is the part I've been waiting for. All right. What's the significant meaning between you and the pink running shoes?
Yo, so the story behind that is after my first season, I was like wearing out these spikes, toes coming out, all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, these dudes got pink spikes. Like, and pink is like, it's not like hot pink with pony pink is my favorite color.
Yeah.
And I saw the spikes, like, yo, I got to get them. So I went to Coach Moore. I'm like, yo, Coach Moore, I'm coming back with pink spikes. And he was like, all right, you can't have pink spikes and be like, not up there. So make sure you bring the work with them. And I just, them things stick with me. And I also, on the front of them, I wrote like my mom's name and her birthday on one side. And then one of my coaches, Coach James, taught me like, yo, you want the PR, write the PR up there and put it inside the shoe and run with it. And
I was going to ask you about that. I seen the writing on your shoes. What's a PR?
Your personal record, beating your personal record every time.
Personal record?
Yeah.
What's the personal record up there?
My personal record up there right now is 11.14, and I'm trying to drop down and break 11 into the 10s.
11 into 10, so is that like you're a little faster than, how do you plan to do that?
Work. I got to work on my form. All like summer, like I gotta work on that.
Back to the pink shoes that, do they give you the superpowers? Because, you know, like we were discussing earlier before we started recording that you were doing the high knees in one of the videos.
Yeah. 15. Do 15, so keep it tight.
Right? So, like, do they give you superpowers? Because you was getting your knees up there.
They just, like, the spikes, they make me feel like me. Like, I'm comfortable in my own shoes.
Yes.
I had the gray top on, too. Those two are my favorite colors. So when I'm in my pink spikes and my gray, I feel like me.
Okay. Now, why were you doing the high knees pushing? What were you pushing?
I was pushing, we were doing ice baths for recovery for a meet the next day. Ooh. And the tub was like, yo, it was heavy. And I couldn't just, like, keep trying to slug it. So I'm like, all right, this is a time to work on my form. So I just started, like picking my knees, and I'm like, yo, it's working. Yeah. So I high kneed it all the way down to Hillhouse.
Yeah, we got you on camera. We got you on 4K.
Yeah,
we got you on 4K. Now, before we wrap this up, you plan on going to college?
Definitely.
Okay. What college do you really want to go to?
My number ones are Ole Miss and Penn State.
Okay. All right. Do you know what you want to major in?
It's a department in forensic accounting. So like you go deep down into bankings, like how they save money and stuff like that, how they store stuff, and yeah.
So you got to think for money.
Yeah.
What do you plan to contribute to the campus community if you ever go there, if you're able to go there?
Just bringing like the good vibes, all that. being a helping hand in the community. If anybody need anything, I'm always down to help somebody move around and stuff like that. Definitely. And just being a great person.
100%. Well, Travis, I want to thank you for this interview, man.
Thank you for having me.